Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name is Jim, and I am a crypto trader and a Forex trader here to help you understand the market from an Elliott wave perspective. We're going to nerd out on some Elliott waves tonight, see if we can look at some RSI analysis as well. We'll start out looking at Bitcoin pretty heavily. Guys, let me tell you something. A very, very important signal just flashed on Bitcoin. I'm going to show it to you. It's kind of shocking. A little bit to me. I was surprised by it slightly. So let's look at it and see what it might mean tonight. So welcome. What's up, Ernest? How's it going? I don't know if a big short is coming or not. We'll have to see. I'm a little, to be honest with you, I'm a little tentative right now on a short. Now I'll show you all the things that I'm seeing to tell you why. So I know a lot of us are itching to go short, but I'm not sure if short is the best direction to be trading right now. It doesn't mean shorts can't make any money. You can. But I'm not sure if it's the best direction to be trading quite yet. We'll see. Let's analyze the market. Let's look at what I'm looking at. Let's let the market play out for a couple of hours as well. Let's nerd out a little bit. Glad you made it, guys. If you're here, let me know where you're from and just chime in, say hello, and I'll try to say hello back. I'm here. I live in the state of Missouri, guys, or Missouri, whichever you like. I'm in the top left-hand corner of Missouri. Missouri, and live in a little town called Maryville. So welcome. Where are you from? Love to hear from where you're coming and where you're watching. If you're new to the channel, I am an Elliott wave trader. What that means is I look at the wave structure, and I look at the wave structure of the chart. I analyze the waves. We put them together, fives and threes, and we see what structures might be coming. We apply a theory that a fellow named Elliott devised way back in the early 1900s. It's called Elliott wave theory. And that's what we apply here. That's one of my main analysis tools. Now we trade with all kinds of different tools. There are risk management and proper psychology, guys, is what makes or breaks a trader. Okay, but at the end of the day, Elliott wave analysis is amazing if you can apply it well. It doesn't always work out in our markets, especially if you're not looking at the market properly. But nevertheless, it's fantastic. What's up, Jesse Wells from Reno, Nevada? Nice. Thanks for. Hey, I'm a big fan of you. You're one of my favorite watchers. From Dublin, Ireland, Chris Meyer. What's up, Mayor? How do you say it? From Dublin. What's up? Hello from Turkey. I'm from Chicken Leg. No, I'm kidding. Welcome. I'm glad. Wow, somebody from Turkey. That's amazing. Lord Khan. Are you a Star Trek fan? All right, Ernest of Gaia. Chilling with Jim's charts. Man, you really nailed it yesterday as far as that video. Man, you watched that whole thing, didn't you, Ernest? You loaded up my comments yesterday, so I thought that was awesome. What's up? Queens, New York. I've been to Queens, man. I've been to Queens. I've been to the Bronx as well. Where have I been? Where else have I been? Where do we stay in New York when we were there? Brooklyn. I think we stayed in Brooklyn at a place called the David Dean Mission House. We stayed there, and I took a bunch of kids to New York City, and we had a 15-passenger van, about 7 smelly high school students, and we did New York City in one day. We bought tickets on the subway that were good for all day, and we took the subway from Brooklyn over to I think Staten Island, not Staten Island, but where you can get on the Staten Island ferry. And then we walked and we rode the subway. We had a big time. So love New York City. It's a pretty cool place. So hey, welcome, Mr. Walker. Good to see you. Johnny English, what's up, buddy? South Carolina. All right, I'm from Virginia. I don't know if you know that. I'm from Chesapeake, Virginia. I've got a friend in South Carolina that lives. What city is he in? He is in is it Rockville? I think is it Rockville? I can't remember now. St. Louis. All right, we're neighbors, man. Same state. That's awesome. Cool. All right, let's jump into the TA, guys. Let's see what. I'm glad you guys are here. I hope I. Hey, there's somebody from Norway. There's AOL from Norway. Nice, nice. Nashville. L-Man came in. All right, good deal. Nashville. That's awesome. Only driven through Nashville, driven by Nashville. I've never been to Nashville, but driven by. We take the scenic route to my brother. My brother lives in the mountains of Virginia. So, yeah. All right. Well, good to meet you guys. Let's jump in. Let's see what the market's doing. Yeah, I'd just like to know where everybody's from. Yeah, what shocking signal is it? Yeah, guys, listen. Australia. All right. What's up, Jason? How's it going? We got about 5 or 6 Aussies in our Discord. I'm not sure if you're one of them. You might be one of them that I just don't know. But yeah, I got some. Hey, in Boone, North Carolina. Nice. Nice. I know where Boone is. In fact, a pastor I worked with is from Boone. He's from Boone. You might even know him. Who knows? Ah, bonjour, Ray. Comment ça va? Ah, from the Philippines. Nice. I don't know how to say hello in the Philippines, in Filipino. Austria. Hey, listen, it's 3 a.m. I need to get going for you then. But I think Bybit believes I'm from Austria because that's what I use on my. That's what I believe. What do you call it? That's what Bybit believes because I use a VPN there. So yeah, Korea. Nice. All right, well let's jump in. Awesome to see you guys. Let's look at the charts. Okay, what shocking signal? You gotta pardon me. Sometimes I gotta play to the YouTube algorithm a little bit. I gotta get people interested in the video, but it is a signal that has shocked me a bit. Excuse me. That cough shocked me a little bit too. Came out of nowhere. But yeah, it's a shocking signal for me, and I'm not going to give you a clickbait. It really is. But yeah, sorry for the the title there. You're just going to have to forgive me a little bit. I got to play to the YouTube algorithm somewhat, get people interested. So anyway, yep. Let's see. Let me give you the shocking signal, and then you can decide if you want to stay up for the rest of the TA here, guys. All right. So basically, what happened on Bitcoin here? Pretty interesting. What happened? Looking at the chart here, we had a very corrective structures down here on the bottom, and I'll get to the signal in just a minute. But let me tell you why it was. I got to set up why it was shocking. Okay. What I was looking for, in fact, I shared a video yesterday of a Discord live of the trade setup that we were kind of actually looking for in our group, okay, and what it was that we wanted to trade and why, and based on the wave structure. And man, it played out to the T perfectly as far as the TA was concerned down here and the direction here. But we were looking for the price to find its resolution right in this range and a rejection off that level to come on down for a deeper move. And I was looking at this as a three-wave move, and then I was looking for a 5-wave move to the downside. And that was going to be a larger flat, okay? That's the way I was thinking about this particular move. Well, that's not what happened at all. But looking at the chart on the small time frame, it looked like that's what was setting up, and certainly it did at least give the idea. We had a 3-wave move there. We had a 3-wave move there. A 3-wave up, and then a 5. So we had a flat right here. So we had a 3. Let me show that again. Basically, we had a 3 there, a 3 there. That's a flat. We traded that, and we nailed the bottom, guys. Literally, I was off the bottom, maybe $5 or $10 off Bitcoin, and in that trade and holding that sucker. We had a great night last night trading that. We actually traded this to the we traded this to the upside. We traded this to the downside, and then we flipped long and traded. And we were looking for a target zone right here, and that's what I shared. I pulled the fibs on that guy, and we had a really nice target zone right here at the 1414. We got a nice reaction off the 1414, and then this pump caught me off guard, stopped me out. So that's what happened as far as that trade. It wasn't this pump was kind of a bummer to me. I really didn't see that coming. And we don't always see it coming, and I always let everybody know, guys, you come to the Discord, we win them, we lose them, right? But and sometimes we nail them, and sometimes we like, hey, we missed that pump. We caught it to here, but we let go of our position before that happened, and we were actually looking short, looking the wrong way for that. So that was our expectation, right? That was what we were looking for based on Elliott wave structure. So anyway, so that was kind of shocking. At least as far as that move. But what was the signal that's shocking right now? Let's look at it. Let me explain what the title means. That way I give it to you on the front end, and you can hang around if you want to get the rest of the TA or not. So looking on the 8-hour chart, what I'm surprised to see, okay, is I have actually, let's go to the 12-hour because it's better trend lines. There we go. On the 12-hour chart, we've had and let me explain, because again, I'm an Elliott trader, so I look at wave structure in conjunction with the RSI, and I put them together, and I see what I can, see what trades are setting up, and I trade very, very much dependently upon wave structure and RSI together, analyzing them together, right? And so we were looking at this trade and say, okay, right here we had a nice fourth wave. We got a 1, 2, 3. That looks like a 4, and then we had another 5-wave move right here. I want to show it to you. Bitcoin had a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there, finished. It finished right at the top of the wave here, okay? And so it provided divergence, okay? In Elliott, whenever you get divergence like this, okay, that means you've got divergence between a fourth wave and a fifth wave. That this was a fourth and that this was a fifth, okay? And that divergence right there lets you know that indeed was the case. Now, when you got this next, so when we got this move down, it came down in 3 waves, and then it came up for another 5-wave move, okay? And so we're like, all right, well, this was the fourth wave of a larger degree than this wave, and then we got another 5-wave move, and we thought the move was about finished right up here, okay? Because we got divergence again. We got a divergence there, and then we got divergence there. That's letting me know that I'm getting divergences between or on different levels of the wave, at different higher levels of the wave along the way. And so when we get 3 peaks of divergence like this is what we call double or triple divergence. It just depends on what we call it at the time. And so that's a very, very bearish look. It means that the wave is about finished, okay? The wave should be finishing, especially when you get the triple divergence like that, those 3 peaks of divergence. All right? So with a wave structure that I believe should be finished, what we got here is we got a corrective wave to the downside, and then this was looking very corrective here in this, and like I just showed you just a second ago. But then we got this bullish pump. Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a minute, what that could mean and what it could be. But what's happened now is that this is now broken out of this trend line to the upside. In other words, we have broken out of the structure that was being created. I was fully expecting this thing to actually fold down and to come on down, and I was looking for this down move just like this. Okay, not a big move. I wasn't like a big bear boy that was just, this thing is going way down to the abyss. I wasn't that kind of a bear boy. I was just expecting a third wave to the downside. I saw this move, a 3-wave move up, and then another down. And I was looking for the RSI to come on down with it so it could create a hidden divergence that would give me the confidence to now go long again from this level here to come break higher highs. And that's what I was personally looking for, and that's the trade I wanted to take. And that's the trade actually I'm still looking for, and it's not invalidated yet. But nevertheless, we have to pay attention to the fact that we've had an RSI move right here. This trend line on the 12-hour chart has been broken to the upside. That means the RSI has broken out of this pattern to the upside, and it did not break to the downside. And that is, again, shocking to me because, and shocking, it's surprising, any number of words you might you might call. But the point is, I wasn't expecting that. I was really looking for this to roll over and come down. It may mean that Bitcoin is a lot more bullish than I give it credit for. I'm quite surprised. But it also may mean that this is simply a stop hunt to the high and that they're going to break down. I've seen that happen as well, where they break it to the upside out of a pattern here, okay, and then they just bring it on down, and that's a possibility. So anyway, that is what the title is referring to. It could mean that Bitcoin has a lot more bullishness to go. Okay, that the bearishness that I was seeing might be finished right here, and that we might be in the middle of another impulse wave to the upside that might be heading and poised to go retest these highs up here, or even break the highs going parabolically up for the next couple of weeks. Now, I don't know. First off, let me just say to you, there is not an analyst on this planet that knows where Bitcoin price is going with certainty. Only the powers that be have that kind of power. Those with money know where Bitcoin is going. With that said, what we want to now do is dive into the Elliott wave structure to see if there's any clues in there that we can pay attention to that might. No, Ultra Boon Boy is not confirmed. Did you not hear me? We could still come down to the downside. But what we want to now do is look at the Elliott wave structure. We want to look at the RSI and on the different on multiple time frames, and let's dig in deep together and let's talk about what possible structures might be playing out so that we can look for the best high probability trade setups. Because listen, I'm a day trader, guys. I'm not a hodler. Okay, so I trade on smaller time frames. I trade on the hourly chart. Shoot, I trade on the 5-minute chart sometimes, a 15-minute chart, whatever, right? So anyway, with that said, let's now dive in and see what we want to look at the RSI and do some heavy analysis there. We want to do some heavy analysis in the wave structure. And let me show you the possibilities that I'm seeing, okay? All right, I'm not going to answer any questions about the wave count of the chart because you can ask questions about possibilities that I'm now going to present for you. Yes, I do trade with leverage, by the way. All right, so now I'm going to ignore the chat, so I can focus in a little bit. I love you guys, but let me focus in. Shoot, I was on the 30-second chart last night for my entry, chemo. It literally was. Anyway, what I want to do is dive in here and give you my full attention and get the information to you as fast as possible. Okay. All right. So let's zoom in now. One of the things we might see here, one of the structures that we're looking at. Let me just show you a couple of the big macro things that could be happening. First off, we need to pay attention to the fact that we are sitting right now within the golden zone. And those of you that think this move today confirms an upward bias that we could be going to the moon, nothing is confirmed at all. Let me say it again. I'm going to look right into the camera. Nothing is confirmed, guys. Why do I say that? Because it isn't confirmed. It's just totally not. This could simply be one of the final moves to get into the golden zone, to finish this move out as a three-wave move to the upside, as a big A, B, C correction. And now this correction to the upside might be all but complete. Okay, so that's still on the table, guys. A big move to the downside is still on the table, and you got to know that could be coming. That what we might have here is a three-wave move to the downside. Actually, let me redraw that. Three waves that finishes right here. And then this might be a three-wave move to the upside. That's simply three waves, and it's complete. And all these divergences were indeed telling the story. The wave is about done. And now we're going to come down for a larger correction. And that is completely possible and a viable count that you moon boys need to at least be aware of so that you can protect yourself from, okay? So that's something to pay attention to. All right, so that's a plausible count. That's a possible count right there, and we would call this basically a big W, X, and a Y correction. Takes us down, if I pulled the fibs to the 1-to-1 extension of this move, takes us down somewhere to about 16K, 20K if we hit the 786, something like that. All right? So that's something to pay attention to. All right, now what else could be at play? Well, this could be, this three-wave move right here could be all that we get. It finished here. This is a 1-2 to the upside. We're in the middle of the third wave. It could be finished. That third wave might be finishing out. We get a fourth wave pullback, and that's the wave I'm looking for right there. This wave here, this is a big fourth wave pullback that we're getting, and that's what all the bearish signals I'm seeing on the chart. It's why the signals I'm seeing are bearish, yet the market is going up, because it's actually creating a running flat, possibly. So it could be a three-wave move that gives us an extended fifth wave. That once this last move comes down like I've been expecting it to, we get an extended fifth wave to the upside. That's very big, okay? And it comes and breaks this high. It becomes a stop punt for everybody and their who wants to go, breakout traders who think this is going to go to 100K. It becomes a stop punt. This becomes a five-wave move with an extended fifth wave, gets up to about 75, maybe 80K, and then we have a much deeper correction that follows that. Okay, so that's another possible count. That's a more moon boyish kind of count there, but still, it doesn't mean we go straight up from here. You've got to understand that we probably need one more wave to the downside here on the larger time frame, something like this, and I'm still looking for it to give us some hidden bullish divergence. Hopefully it gets oversold down here, give us some hidden bullish divergence. It may not get oversold on the 12-hour. We'd have to see. But it comes down here correctively, okay, gives us hidden bull at least, comes like this. And then we go up again for a final wave. That's a possibility. Now, we have other counts than that, but really I think those are the main two that I think we should really dive into, because this is getting pretty extended. This current wave is getting pretty extended for this to be an ABC. Now, it's not out of the question and it's not invalid. It's just pretty extended. Let's go into a smaller time frame, maybe the 4-hour, and look at that wave, pulling the fibs on that guy. We pull the fibs on it just like that, and you can see that this 2618 is where we're hitting. We're hitting around the 2618, which is which is the highest extension I really want to see that a flat come to. It's pretty much all that I'll give it. And now we've passed the 2618. We had a chance to go down from here, but we didn't. And so I'm hesitant on the idea that this could be this is a what do you call it, a flat. I'm if we don't move down from this vicinity down for a corrective wave at least, then I'm not going to see this as a flat anymore. It no longer can I look at it as a flat. I have to embrace that this is a larger impulse wave that's going to the upside. Okay, I have to embrace it. All right, now with that said, let's now zoom into this wave right here and let's do a little work on it. Okay, let's do a little work on it. What's interesting is that while we have broken the structure on the 12-hour, on the smaller time frame, on the 4-hour, what's happening, and we've broken structure on the 4 as well, but what's happening is in that breaking of the structure, we're creating bearish divergence between the fourth wave and what seems to be an ultra extended fifth wave, which, to be honest with you, if that's an extended fifth wave, it's extended beyond anything I've expected it to be extended on beyond. But this is coming up in this region here, and it is getting to be, does have bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart. Okay, 2-hour chart, yeah, still not so much. 1 hour, no, not so much. And the 1 hour has actually wiped out. It wiped out the bearish divergence that we were seeing all through this region. It wiped it out with this move to the upside. So that's again kind of a surprising signal that the market is giving, that the market might be a little bit more bullish and not be giving us that third wave to the downside that I've been expecting. Okay, it just might not come. All right. Now let's talk about if it still can come and will it come. Let's talk about what it would have to look like if it's going to come. Okay, here's what the wave would look like. We're looking at this as a complex wave. Okay, where the first wave is 3 waves to the downside, very complex count, but it's basically a WXY. Okay, very complex count. Then we have a flat that's not as complex right here. It's a flat. That's a potential right there. X. And now this could be a Y wave. Okay? That's the bullish count. You say, why is that bullish? That has us going down. Yeah, but that ultimately has us going up once this thing is finished. Okay? Now another count that I'm seeing that I actually didn't see before, and I want to share it now, is that this thing could be, and I think a guy in our group was sharing this, and I didn't like it, but actually it is playing out quite well. That could be an ending diagonal right there, where this is actually a 5th wave, okay, and it's an ending diagonal. We have and it would make sense for all these corrective waves that we've been getting. It would make sense for that. We've got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. Where that could be an ending diagonal. It's finished. It's done. It's cooked. It might have one more little push up to the upside. But guys, that when you get an ending diagonal, that is a sign that the wave is finished. It's done. It's complete. And that's actually a decent count that I've really not considered before now. My eyes just grabbed on it. Yet let me give credit where credit's due. I think Dan Linnaeus in our group saw it and posted something to that effect. It looks like it's actually playing quite well, but this may have some slight more upside to go before it's finished. But that would make sense. I've got an overlap between the 1 and the 4, and that's good. That's what diagonals do. I've got a nice 5-wave count here. Everything is looking good. It would make sense that the ADA chart, the XRP chart, the LTC chart, we're all looking finished as well. It kind of puts it all together, guys. That's a strong possibility. That is an ending diagonal. Now let's see what the count would be. Let's zoom out just a little bit, see what that count would be in that process there. Okay, let's see. Excuse me, my back. Let's see. This would be an ending diagonal 5th wave. Yeah, okay, sure. There it is. So we'd be counting this final wave like this. So this would be definitely a flat count. So I'm going to make that nice and big here. We'll make it the primary count. There it is. Okay. And then we would count the C wave with 5 waves that are now complete. That makes sense of all the bearish divergence that we've been seeing on the chart. It makes sense of this little, the pattern that we're seeing actually right here. Shoot, there it is on that chart too. Let me show you this right here. On the 2-hour time frame, might have a little bit more upwards to go, but we got a nice oscillation in the RSI that usually indicates we're going to be coming down pretty soon, so that's a possibility. I often say this, Jay and Lance. The market often does what we expect it to do. It just does it in a way we don't expect it. You know what I'm saying? And this, I was actually not looking at. I didn't see the diagonal. I didn't see it, or give plausibility to it. To be honest with you, that I should have. And yeah, this was kind of a manipulation type spike in my opinion, and it is coming up into the golden zone, so it seems like a very, very plausible count. We would count this wave something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all an extended 5th. You say, how do you count that as an extended? Number one, it's really extended, unless you make the 4 this entire thing right in here, which I don't do. But then basically, this is like on the line graph, this line doesn't get broken. So I got 1, 2, all that's 3, that's 4 right there, and there's the 5th wave right there. So that's how you would count that. So yeah, DF7, yeah, that's wise not to trade with real money while you're learning. Definitely, that's the first thing I greet people with into the group. I recommend that they don't. Live stream's still working. It looks like I had a disconnection and now a reconnection. So let me know. Uh, let me know. All right, sorry about that, guys. I think I got disconnected just for a second. Am I back? Are we good? Yeah, I muted it on purpose because um, I was talking to my daughter, making sure they weren't doing something that was going to hinder what I was doing. All right, guys. So Andrew King Andrew, am I back? We good to go? All right, Chuck. Hey, what's up, Chuck? Good to see you, buddy. I didn't mean to call you up, Chuck, but all right, so yeah, I like that count, guys. I really, really like that count. I'm digging that count. But this is the area it needs to come down, guys. We're at the area. We're at the 2618. We're at the golden zone. We're at a key level of resistance here in price. This right here, we got. Let me just draw a line right here at the bottom of this wave, right there. The bottom of these waves right here, the tops of these waves, we got key support resistance right here. This is it. This is the area. No, I'm not currently in any position. I'm actually, based on that count, I'm looking to see if I get a rejection in this area, I might look to short if I get the rejection I'm looking for. So yeah, but we'll look at small time frame and just see PM. But yeah, I'm not currently in any positions right now. I got stopped out today in the short that I had because I was looking for a short, but I was a little early for the short. But that's okay. So yeah, but guys, I'm really digging that ending diagonal. I really am. Okay, so let's draw this line as carefully as we can and see if we're here. Now, a lot of times on ending diagonals, we get what we call a throw over. Okay, what that means is at the top, we actually come up out of the ending diagonal and then we come down. Okay, so that is kind of a move I'm actually looking for. I would like to see. Would you like to see where there's been an ending diagonal that I know of with a throw over? Yeah, sure you would. Let me show you on the chart where we've had one of those. I'm going to go back to a different BTC chart, and I'm going to go to the daily, the daily chart. I know exactly where it is on the chart. It's amazing how you remember things on remember trading and how you remember things. So let me show you an ending diagonal that had a throw over, best I remember. Right here. It was back in February of 2020, right at the top of this wave. Now, it's an interesting wave that I'm looking at right here. What do you notice about this current wave that we're currently looking at? This was a big pump right here. This was a flat, by the way, and we can learn something from history here. This was a flat right here that came up in 3 hours to the it wicked past the 2618, but it was a flat nonetheless. And then it came down bearishly, and look what it did. It's super interesting. It came, sorry, let's try it again. It came down in 3 deep waves. It came back up, and then it retested it. And then look what it did. Look at the shape it made. Interesting. Isn't that interesting? Because it actually made an extended wave right here. This is super interesting. This actually came up to the 2618 extension from the bottom. This is amazing. It's like a fractal we're looking at. This is actually what's happening. And it ended with an ending diagonal. Let's zoom into that, and I'll show you what I see there in the ending diagonal. So we'll go, let's look at the 8-hour chart, this thing on the 8-hour. Actually, we've got to look at the 1 hour because I think that, yeah, there it is, right there. Boom. Okay, actually, 15-minute. Will it let me go that deep? Yes, it will. Okay, so we had this spike so we had this what looked like a reversal wave. They spiked it up to the high. They made kind of a running correction right here, boom, 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 and then they ended it with an ending diagonal right here, right there. Okay, now I wonder if they'll let me go to the 10-minute. Oh, they are letting me go to the 10-minute. This is beautiful. This is the current chart. Ugh. All right, hold on, guys. They took me. I think the 15-minute was as low as I could go. But such an interesting fractal, actually. It's crazy. It's crazy. You came here for current BTC charts. Oh, let's see. I don't feel like doing my Christopher Walken right now. I'm not in the Christopher Walken mood here. All right, 15-minute chart was as low as I could get, guys. I wish you could see it on the small time frame, but let me zoom it in as big as I can get it. All right, I'm going to draw the trend line here. Boom. And boom. Okay? And this is the ending diagonal we're seeing. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what it did, you see that throw over right there? You thought it was finished right here. They came down, then they brought it back up, they threw it over, and then straight down. Boom. And this was actually, if I remember right, the beginning of the COVID dump. This is the beginning of the COVID dump. And that's what happened. All right, Kimosabi, let's see what your idea is here in the Discord. All right, I'm pulling it up, buddy. This is the daily. Yeah, I've looked at that as well as a possibility, and it actually comes to the 1618. Yeah, I've actually considered that a couple of times here recently, and I think Dragonfly trading pulls it that way too sometimes. So yeah, that's okay. That's not my count, but I think it's a valid way to look at this. Yeah. All right, so yes, we're done with that. Let's go back to BTC. So anyway, with that said, I'm actually looking for this thing to probably on the 5-minute chart. Let me get rid of some of these lines on the chart here. Probably we're going to get another hit. This thing is going to come up, spike. It's going to create divergence on the 5-minute, most likely, and be ready for a deeper correction back down to these levels. Or it could bust right on through very volatilely and quickly through this diagonal. Now, that's kind of what I'm watching for. Right now, if this is an ending diagonal, that's kind of what you want to see. This thing maybe spike up and then come on down pretty volatilely. It may not spike up, but it looking at the RSI in the small time frame, like the 5-minute, the way this looks, it looks like it needs to. It looks like it needs to. Okay. But right now, there's a lot of bullishness in the market. Even me, I'm looking at this thinking, oh man, with that break of the RSI, that shocking signal that I shared at the beginning of the live, and all this stuff. There's a lot of bullishness here, and hey, we're going to 100K. I just want you guys to know that we may not go to 100K. We may not, and it's possible we could, but there are counts to the downside, there are counts to the upside, and nobody really knows. And the wave structure isn't telling the story perfectly. Okay, so be very, very wise and be very, very careful. Okay. All right. So now that's basically what I'm looking for, guys. I want to watch this area. I want to see what's going to happen. I'm to put some summary statements here. If this ending diagonal plays, we could be getting a deeper correction, deeper than anybody expects. A big old dump that comes down. Shoot. That pops down 11% to 15-16% in one big old candle. Okay. Now I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying that kind of stuff happens, and especially when you get at tops like this. Okay. By the way, the end of this wave kind of resembles a diagonal right here. Okay. Just saying, when you start to get these wedges at the end of the wave, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's the way I was counting that. By the way, when you start to get these ending diagonals in BTC, watch out for these. They fall out. Okay, so don't expect it necessarily just to moon out of here. Okay, because look at the end of this move, at the very top. Okay, at the end, we were pumping. We were pumping, and then boom, it dove. Three-way pullback, pshoo, kept rocking. So be careful. Be very wise and careful here, okay? So 4-hour chart, let's talk about what you could get. We have my ABC that comes to the 2618 here. It comes to the golden zone as well. That's a possible count. We got Chemo's count, and I think Dragonfly Trading's count. She's a friend. That we pull the fibs a little differently, like this. Okay, and we've come to the 2618. The 1618, and this could be some kind of A, B, C, like that, something like that, right? That's finished here, regardless, right? Shoot, yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Never mind, forget what I was about to say. So yeah, that looks pretty good as a potential here. We're at the golden zone. We look like we're about finished. So there's a lot of reason to think that this thing might be reversing from this level. Okay. Okay. Could it go up? Could we get Moon Boy count? Yeah, but it's not. But yes, we can. But if it's going to go Moon Boy, I feel like it needs. I feel like it doesn't have to. I don't imagine, but I feel like it needs to come down like this first, and create some hidden bull divergence here. Okay, and then go up. So give us a run. I feel like it needs to give us a running correction right here. So we're going to come down out of this, okay, and we have a running correction here. This comes down like this, gives us the bullish divergence that we're looking for, okay, and then we go on up. Okay. Tomorrow is low liquidity day. It is Labor Day. Lots of it's a holiday, so for United States at least. I don't know if is Labor Day. I don't think Labor Day is a thing in any other country, unless let me know. I'm curious. Those of you in France and Ireland, and do y'all do a kind of a Labor Day when we do it, like the first Monday of every September, or is that even a thing anywhere? But I know it's a U.S. thing. I do know that, but I don't know. Do you have a similar holiday or day? I'm just curious. That'd be interesting to know. Okay, let's look at some other counts. Let's look at some other charts. What I like to do is look at other charts and see if there's any correlation of counts. So somebody asked about LTC. That's a good one to look at. Let's see if LTC's finished. LTC likes to track with BTC. Let's see if there's any more upside for LTC, or does it look like it's going to be breaking to the downside here pretty soon? Let's look at LTC. And then let's look at ADA. Let's look at XRP. Let's look at Ethereum. Let's look at all those. Okay. And let's just kind of see how the counts are lining up, and see if they're gonna line up for us, or are they going to, or is there more to go? And so let's look at LTC first and see what's going on. Okay, we're going to go out to the 6-hour chart. Let's clear all drawings and just look. First thing I see, the very first thing I see when I look at this chart is this is the 6-hour chart, by the way. Let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah, I'm overbought big time. Okay, I'm overbought. Second thing I see on this chart, which is interesting to me, is I see divergence and I see a break of structure. So that's a good signal. That's a good short signal in my world. Okay, when I have divergence on the 4-hour chart, right there and right there, and I have a break of the structure, that's a signal short. Now, it doesn't mean enter short right now necessarily. It just means that, hey, that is a break of structure. That is a short signal in my world. Okay. So we're overbought. Check mark number 1. Check mark number 2 is the 4-hour chart. Okay, check mark number 3, I got divergence on the 4-hour chart. Check mark number 4, I got a break of the RSI structure. Guys, that is a big tell that we might be getting a dump here pretty soon. Let's see if I have a finished 5 waves here. Okay, see if I have a finished 5 waves. The way I count this, I would count this like this. Boom, right there. Boom. Yeah, I mean, this is a plausible count here. We got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 right there, 4, and then 5. Looks like it's done. I got the divergence. I got the break of structure. Guys, that's looking fairly powerful signal right there in my trading world for a short. Okay. So there you go. LTC is looking like a short. It's looking like a finished structure as well. When we zoom out, let's just look kind of at what this structure is. Oh, that's beautiful, guys. This is a gorgeous wave here. Okay, what do we got? Well, I've got a 3, 3, 5 flat that came to the 2618, and I have a nice count for C. I got A, B, and C. I got a nice count here. I got some kind of a 1, 2 here. This is 3. That's a clear 4th wave right there, and then a nice spike for the 5th wave right there. That's a phenomenal looking chart right there. 2-hour chart, I got strong divergence here. I do have a break of the structure and a retest. On the 2-hour chart, guys. Those are strong signals in my world there again for LTC. On the charts here. Let's look at the 10-minute time frame and let's count this final wave here. See, my problem here is that, yeah, it could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, I guess. It started out so correctively. They started this out as a corrective wave, not as an impulse wave. Actually, you know what? That isn't a corrective wave at all. It is a leading diagonal. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that leading diagonal. Wow, right there. There it is. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be a finished 5th wave right here. The other possibility is that we're putting in the 4th wave right here. Boom, boom, boom. We get one more spike to the high to really finish it, and then we go down. So there's always that question mark at the very end of a wave. Have we seen the end of the wave, or is there one more spike to the high? But guys, LTC looks pretty cooked to me. LTC is looking pretty cooked, best I can tell. I like it. All right, let's look at ADA, see if that's looking done or not. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Look at all the stinking divergence on the 4-hour chart, guys. I mean, it's crazy. 4-hour chart right there, boom. Okay, we got divergence between this wave and that wave. That's between the 4th and the 5th. So I'm saying 1, 2, all that's 3 right there. This is 4, and then we got the 5th wave right there. It looks like it's done. We got divergence between that wave and that wave. That's double divergence right there and there. Guys, I'm getting bearish. I'm getting more and more bearish. Of course, that's why we're looking for the short today. So yeah, this is looking cooked as well. There's double divergence on this chart. This looks like a finished 5-wave count right there. Boom. The only problem I'm having is this came down in 3 waves. Came down in 3. So that's the only issue I'm having here. Came down pretty deep as well. Let me see. Oh, guys, this is my pleasure. Don't fret. I would appreciate the likes, but don't fret at all. Just send me money, okay? Just send me super chats. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Ernest and Johnny, appreciate that, guys. Thank you. So yeah, man, guys, that's looking cooked on the 4-hour chart. But here's the deal, guys. Draw that trend line right there. If this breaks to the downside and if this breaks to the downside and breaks down, that's going to be very bearish, okay? If this continues trending to the upside, that's going to probably mean another hit to the high. But what would that be? Is that going to be some kind of an ending diagonal as well? I can't tell. Or is this some kind of a complex 4th wave? Oh, wouldn't that be trashy? Boom, 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 like that, and then a 5th wave to take the high out. Possible, guys. This could be a complex 4th wave. That's the other option here. That this indeed is some kind of a weird running correction. That's a 4th, and then we get a 5th to the upside. It breaks the high, and then we go. I can't say if that's going to happen or not, guys. I don't know. I appreciate it, Jordan. Thank you, buddy. But ADA, again, with all these signals down here, it's forming this wedge here. Watch for a breakout to the upside or to the downside there. That's going to be an important signal there. Yeah, we're getting a bounce here. We could totally just roll over and continue down on ADA. So that's a possibility. Be careful there. Daily chart, guys. It's super daily chart on the ADA. We got divergence. Okay, we got between the 4th and the 5th, and we got divergence between these waves here. Guys, we got a trend line here. If this breaks to the downside, oh Nelly on the daily. So guys, ADA looks really bearish. Looks really bearish here on the daily. It might have one more hit to the high and then done. Okay? It wouldn't be a leading diagonal, Mr. Talk, because this is the end. This is the end of a wave, not the beginning of a wave. Okay, so yeah, definitely wouldn't be a leader. It would be an end. Had kind of a triangle here. A, B, C, D, E right there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, I'm the more I keep charting this wave, the more bearish it's looking. Guys, we are due for a big correction. These charts are pointing to a large correction coming. Any day now. Any day now. Kimosabi, I beg to differ, buddy. When I say bearish, I mean it means it's ready to take a downturn. A 5-wave structure looks to be completing on the chart, and it's giving me all the signals of the end of a wave that I usually look for. So let me stick my tongue out at you for that comment. I'm just playing, bud. Love you. Uh, Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, buddy. Anyway, yeah. That said, that's ADA. Let's look at XRP. Again, the 4-hour chart. Again, what we're trying to look for here is do these charts look like they're finishing up? And yeah, they kind of do. They kind of do. Okay. Excuse me. My neck. Oh wow, yeah. Did you hear that through the microphone? I need the ASMR mic so you can hear it. I love those. I love those ads for the guy that's out in the wilderness with the microphone and he's rolling his. It's a fat guy, kind of like me, and he's cracking his back with the wheel, and all you hear is and the birds chirping in the back. I love that commercial. Any of y'all seen that one on YouTube? My work, I spent all the time. I spent an hour on Bitcoin. So yeah, Johnny English, you're the man. Thank you for that tip. I appreciate it. If there's a chart you're looking to see, let me know. I'll be glad to look at it. Thank you very kindly for that. Appreciate that. Rodney, if you look at the trend line there on the daily on the ADA, you'll see it's almost. It looks like it's about ready to roll over. Okay. Yes, there's technically some bullishness to this, but if this thing rolls over and does this trick, that goes away. Okay, if this just rolls over on the daily, and that's the way that chart looks to me in the RSI on the daily. So you check that out, the 12-hour and the daily. That's looking super bearish to me, like it wants to roll over and die. We have different definitions, my brother, on how we're using the word bearish. So let me make it clear so Chemo can stop saying that stuff. Stop saying that. I don't think it means what you think it means. I do not think that word means what you think it means. You keep using that word. The all right, who knows what that movie is? You're my best friend because that's my favorite movie. With that said, what was I saying? Oh, what I mean by looking bearish, it means that it looks like the market is about to start turning to the downside. That the wave direction is looking down. Okay, the wave can go down. The wave can go down and still be bullish. But when I'm talking about bearish wave action or bullish wave action, I'm talking about the immediate term right now. Am I bearish or bullish in price right now? Well, right now, the way the chart's looking, I'm looking for a downturn because wave structure and the RSI seem to be indicating a downturn. Now we don't have any confirmation of that, but what I'm seeing, the signs of bearishness or the signs of a downward wave coming. Okay, so that's what I mean. That's all that I mean. Again, I shared a bullish chart that has Bitcoin taking a bit of a dive down here, but that's a bullish chart. If Bitcoin does that and then that's a bullish chart. Even though what's the word? It goes down. So anyway, I'm just clarifying my use of language so you understand what we mean. Thank you, Chemo, for pointing out all my flaws. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just so we're clear, guys. Just so we're clear. Yep. The way I'm looking at these charts, there are signs that appear that an end of the wave is near. Okay, so let me just say it that way. An end of a wave is near. It means a correction is coming. How big or how small, I cannot say. We've been looking through all of this chop in here, I've seen those same signals, and they keep pumping it. So you got to pay attention to, the signals for down, and we made some money in these downturns going short. Okay. We've gone short and made money in there, but it hasn't been the big moves that we've been hoping for or expecting. It's been smaller moves. So you just got to learn to take profit within that environment. Okay. All right, so yeah, I'm expecting on the 5-minute another hit to the high, creating bearish divergence on the 5-minute chart, so that we can then in the overbought regions here. So I'm looking for a throw over here in price. That's what I would like to see. A little bit of a throw over in price, a spike to the high, get the RSI up here, and then down we go, potentially at least for a corrective wave in Bitcoin. Still all the charts looking like they're finishing up. XRP, let's see if that can be. This looks like a 5-wave move here, best I can tell. Or it's the most expanded flat you've ever seen, or extended flat you've ever seen. So if we're going to call this an ABC, that's almost finished. This 5th wave needs to be done. I just don't think that 5th wave is finished. This does not give me the sense that XRP is done. It could be. Let me show you how it could be. This wave right here looks to me like a leading diagonal, and I've been saying that for a little while. It's been a while since I've said it, but when it first happened, I was like, "Ooh, that's a leading diagonal." And then what happened after that is that we got a 3-wave move to the upside, and I'm like, "Oh, this is going down." But what we actually got was a 3-wave move to the downside. We got another flat to the downside, and now we got 5 waves to the upside. This looks like a flat right here. As long as we don't break this top here, guys, which it hasn't done, this could be a 1-2 to the downside. XRP could be ready to tank any time now. In fact, this market could be ready to tank any time now. It's possible. Okay, I'm not saying it is or isn't. I'm not telling you. I'm not here to tell you what it's going to do or is doing, but I am here to tell you that it is possible that we have wave counts that's a flat right there. That this is a 5-wave move. It could be a 3-wave move, but it could be a leading diagonal 5-wave at the end of a large. Let me go back to the 4-hour and show you the count. Okay, we could count this wave very, very much like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a five finished waves right there. Okay, that could be very much finished, and that could be an ABC. Now, what one wants to do is say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're getting the 5th wave. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to say. That looks like the end, but this structure right here doesn't look right to me. In fact, I really like my count here. I really do. I like this count. This is A, B, and that's C right there. Change it to a minuscule there. Boom, there it is. And the C wave is 5 waves. So let's do a little work on that 5-wave move right here and see if it's finished. Okay, so we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, 5 waves, 3-wave pullback. The only problem with this move here is that we really don't. This didn't get quite up to the 1618, but I can forgive. I can forgive that. That's just high probability. This could be 1, 2. That's 3 right there. This could be 4, and now we got a 5, a 5th wave. Let's dig into that wave and see if we got 5 waves done there. 3 waves. This is XRP again. Pull the fibs on this guy. 1, 2, right there. Boom. Oh yeah. Got a nice 4th wave right here. A nice running 4th. Right there. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and that could be a 5th. Let's go to the 1-minute time frame. See if we got 5 waves done in the 5th here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could be finished. Guys, I'm telling you. This is a potential end of a wave, or if it breaks this top over here, If it breaks this top, then my 1, 2 to the downside would be invalidated. However, an AB, an AB to the downside is still valid if it comes down there, and then we can get a C like that. Okay, let's pull the fibs on this move right there. Yeah, this could keep rocking up here to the 127, or it might be done. It could be finished. We got divergence there. It's all kinds of stuff there. So yeah, that's possible. Why not? I'm curious about one other. I want to measure one other wave real fast. Yeah, not sure. That one doesn't measure great in there. Let's look at ETH because I don't think we finished ETH. Let's look at ETH. ETH. Sorry, I'm just working out what that was right in there. Yeah. Okay. So this could be the count for ETH could be A, B, C right there. 5 waves. Leading diagonal 1, 2, 3. This could be 4 right there. And now we're in the 5th wave. That may or may not be finished. Yeah, Lance, my pleasure. Um, ETH has looked unfinished to me for a little bit. So let me explain why ETH looks undone. So this 4th wave correction, this looks like a 4th wave correction right there. And then what I want to do is say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so the way I'm thinking about ETH, is we just finished the 5th, and we're actually getting the wave I was looking for in ETH. We're actually getting the ABC that I wanted to see. A, B, and now C down here, like that. And then that's going to be the 4th wave. That gets us down here on the 1 hour chart. That gets us down here, hidden bullish divergence, and then we go up for one more wave. Possibly. This looks good. Okay, 3, 3, 3. That's a WXY. Now it looks like we're getting an ending diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, or something like that. This is kind of bullish right there. That's a three-wave move right there. Finished. It's a finished correction. Done. And now we're looking for continuation. Another spike to the high on the 5-minute chart. Start trending up a little bit, trending up a little bit, and then down we go. Possibility. Or BTC could just drop off the face of the earth right now. That broke that high. That can't be a 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, this looks bullish to me. At least for this wave. For this wave. Could be forming an ending diagonal, something like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it could create an ending diagonal like that. So watch out for something like that. Finishes. Down we go. I can look at the ETH BTC chart. Excuse me. All these charts look like they're coming to an end. Don't be surprised by a short. I can't find my ETH BTC chart. Oh, there it is. Ah, there's the correction I was looking for. Okay, there it is. Okay, so on the larger time frame, I saw this triangle here. We got a breakout, fourth wave. Is that a triangle, though? Let me look at it a different way. This is coming down bullishly. In other words, this is coming down and creating hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour. Big time. Look at that hidden bull on the 1 hour, guys, on ETH. ETH has more to go up, I believe. ETH has more to go, it would seem, from this chart. At least against BTC. Let's just put it that way. This looks like it's going to go up again. So that's a very powerful signal there for ETH. It looks like we got a three-wave move. Looks like it's going to pop again. So yeah, this could come down right here and then pop again, like I was showing you. 1 hour chart. Come back down to this region right here, this area right in here. The fourth of the previous degree. And then up for a final wave. So that might account for the one more pop in LTC I'm kind of seeing, one more pop in ADA I'm kind of seeing in the chart. Maybe so. Maybe that's what I'm seeing. Well, I donated the air in my chips bag. I love it. Why am I always so bearish? I'm only bearish when I see bearish signals, right? And on this region of the chart, I see conflicting signals. But mainly, I've seen the signals that a wave is about to finish. Okay, So yeah, I just have to be true to my own conscience. Um, I guess I could, you know, we all have to. We all have a perspective, and we all have a look. I'm giving you wave structure, and this wave structure, the wave structure is showing signs of finishing potentially. Okay, um, it may go up more. Okay, it could totally, but it's showing signs. And the RSI is showing signs that there's some downward movement. Now, what you have to understand is I also give analysis on the smaller time frame. I give larger time frame and smaller time frame. And so, anyway, when I see certain signs, then I trade with them, right? And then when I see the bullish signs, we trade with those. So that is true. I do a Sunday, and a lot of times there's Saturday dumps. But yeah, that's a good point, man. But I mean, I'm just gonna be true to the signals that I see, and I have to tell you what I see, and it's okay. I mean, if y'all don't understand Elliott, I get it, but I understand Elliott, and I understand the RSI, and I see signs in those things that I'm just, and then I see wave counts that are looking close. It's hard to figure out exactly when the end is comes, but all right. Man, I've been through a bunch of charts here. Somebody asked me for Doge. I'll look at Doge. I mean, that chart sucks, but I'll look at it. Because Elliott doesn't work on all these charts because some of these are just, low liquidity coins that, yeah, there's just nothing here except that, we had a pump and now we had a three wave correction that, we're getting the same structure that's being formed here. So this has better structure than most here. So it's clear here that we had a nice three wave move back. Actually, Doge has the better structure of most of the coins here. This looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, uh, and we need a fifth wave to the upside. So wave 5 might be being put in. Now wave 5 here, this could be a leading diagonal here. It's an interesting structure that's being formed right now. It could be a leading diagonal. What that means is this is going to fall out of there. Okay, three waves. Okay, and then maybe go up to make the fifth wave, or this is some kind of a wave and this is a B wave. Now we're looking for a C wave, or actually that's a W, that's X. We could be looking for Y down here, and that could be a three, and then we go for a three again to the upside. Now that's ultimately a bearish chart, because what that would imply is after that structure, if that structure happens, that's a WXY. The down would be the direction. But yeah, Doge doesn't have much power. There's not much pump power in this comparatively to what Bitcoin's doing or anything. So yeah. Okay, I'll look at OMG, I suppose. Yeah, that a surprising move. Here, let's look at the smaller time frame here. So the leading diagonal. We're at the 2618. It's all the same TA as every other chart. Massively over. I mean, massively oversold here. I mean, we hit 90. That's huge. Massively oversold. We got what looks to be a finished 5-wave structure here. Okay, I've got divergence there, between there and there. So I had some kind of a 4th wave and a 5th wave right there. Got divergence. We got a pullback with hidden bull, and now we're getting 1, 2. Yeah, it looks like it. It may be about finished or finishing. It's at the 2618. It's at a place where it might be about done. I don't have divergence on the 1-hour chart. I do have divergence here from this wave to that wave, this wave to that wave. But I don't have any local divergence. So there may be a flagging out and then another high to make before it finishes coming down. Yep. Okay. Guys, I don't know that I'm feeling up to tonight doing a bunch more, but I'll take a peek at Digibyte and then I'm going to call it an evening. Guys, I'm a little tired. Let's see what Digibyte looks like. No, there's nothing there on that chart. 5. That's the way it looks to me. It's going to finish this wave. Wherever it finishes, shouldn't break that high and then down. But I might be wrong on that. There's nothing here that I can really. That wick, I don't know what to make of this wick here. Yeah, let's just see what BTC does, guys. Let's see what BTC does. Is it making that diagonal I was looking at? Looks like it might be. 3, 3. If it breaks to the upside and creates a diagonal, that'd be pretty cool. Guys, hope you enjoyed the live tonight, guys. We did a lot of analysis. That brings us to the close of another Sunday night charts. Basically, it's up or down as always, but we've looked at as many of the signals as we can. Most of the charts look like they're coming to the end of a move. So be careful, guys. Watch out and be safe in your trading. You might just make sure you use good risk management and trading with the trend. Okay, but the trend may be changing soon, so be very, very, very careful. All the charts just kind of give that look right now. So we'll see. I'll see if I can bring a video tomorrow. We'll give an update and see what the charts are doing tomorrow. With that said, have a great night. Thanks again. Thanks, Chemo, for your good moderation as always. And love you guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.